Hello Guardians, it is Ebontis. It is October 28th. Happy Halloween to everybody because it is Halloween weekend. Let us jump into Xur here in just a second. Quick heads up for you guys. My code for Advanced UG is 30% off for jars and like the plastic shakers and stuff like that this weekend. You can always get 10% off the premium energy cans, but if you guys ever have questions about flavors or anything about Advanced UG, let me know in the comments. I'm happy to app those, but it is 30% off through Halloween evening, all the way through midnight on Halloween. So let's see what Xur has to offer. All right, so your weapon is the Queenbreaker for your exotic this week. We've got basically a linear fusion rifle. It's arc. It used to be amazing. I feel like this is one that kind of needs reevaluated, being as we have things like Arbalist. We've got Lawrence Driver, which I know for PvP people don't love, but in PvE, this thing is just not really worth the heavy slot in comparison anymore, especially with things like Taipan and other stuff that we've got now. So it's an exotic. If you don't own, I would buy it, because at some point I do feel like this is going to be one of those that gets like revisited, buffed, reworked in some way, gets a catalyst. Something about this I know will be good in the future, so if you don't own it, add it to your collections to make sure you have access to it. Now for the hunters, we've got Khepri Sting. Punching someone with a full melee energy will instantly cast Smoke Bomb. Gain True Sight while in your Smoke Bomb. Your Smoke Bomb will deal increased damage. I think there's a way to also go invisible with this one. On top of that, you've got stats of 20 mobility, 12 resilience, and then discipline and intellect and strength pretty evenly spread. If you masterwork this one, you would be sitting at a 76 with like double digits on everything but recovery. For a PvE roll, pretty solid. I know a lot of people are going resilience for hunters now these days as well. Very good roll right now for a hunter, so pick this thing up if you're looking for it. If you're a void smoke bomb kind of person, this is kind of your jam. For the Titans, we've got the ACD0 feedback fence. This is going to be melee hits build energy. Being struck by a melee attack reduces incoming damage and unleashes the energy kind of in like a lightning explosion around you. It's a higher stat than I would like to see with the 16 in mobility. Resilience isn't double digits, so it's not like great for a 65 for a Titan. It is decent in strength though, so again, if you got a lot of shards, you want to experiment with it, see it's worth farming for, you can do that. But again, this one is not like a must-have because the mobility personally is not a stat that I'd like to see as high as it is. Next, we've got Getaway Artist for the Warlocks. Convert your Arc Grenade into an Arc Soul and become amplified. And honestly, it's a really cool thing to see those little turrets helping everybody out. Unfortunately, this is a 63 roll, which isn't bad, but it's got 3 in recovery, and that's what hurts. It's got a decent amount of discipline and strength. The mobility, I feel, is just wasted on this exotic specifically, so it's hard to recommend this one unless you just want to experiment with the Arc Soul and see if you like it. For Hawkmoon, we've got Eye of the Storm. You've got Textured Grip for increase in handling, decrease in stability. You've got Arrowhead Break for some handling and recoil. Eye of the Storm, it's okay. I don't think this is really a god roll worth your time. As for Deadman's Tale, you do have a Vorpal Deadman's Tale, which I know is something a lot would look for. You've got increased stability basically across the board and a booster range here with Accurized. If you're looking for a Vorpal Deadman's Tale, this is going to be a pretty solid roll. So if you have been waiting for that Vorpal DMT, this could be your time to do it. Definitely a solid combination of basically stability and range as well. Going to make it very manageable, and Vorpal very solid. For legendary weapons, there's not really anything too crazy here. Killing Wind Demo on a bow could be okay, but again, not amazing. Impulse Amplifier and Dragonfly, alright. Autoloading and Osmosis, really not doing much for a hand cannon in my book. Feeding Frenzy and High Impact Reserves. I mean, if you were picking off heads with Feeding Frenzy with a sniper rifle, I feel like you're wasting ammo. Surplus and Wellspring could have some potential for ability energy and surplus for some handling. Relentless Strikes and On Guard. On Guard's not really doing it. Moving Target and Outlaw, kind of a half one and half of the other. None of these are really amazing in my opinion, so that's more of if one of these strikes your fancy, cool, but I can't really say any of these are like must-haves. For the armor for the Titan, you've got a 62 with low, like 2 in resilience. I can't just get on board with that one. 59 you can skip. A 63 just kind of almost too even to be beneficial, unless that's your goal. And a 64 with 2 in resilience. Again, a lot wasted on mobility here. Titans, not really an armor for you. Warlocks, I think you kind of struck out, so you got a 63 with high mobility, low resilience and recovery. That's only okay at best, in my opinion. A 62 with low resilience, high recovery, high mobility. Again, the mobility I feel is wasted, but that's a preference. 57 and 59, nothing really exciting there. Hunters, while not amazing, at least have the best group of armor of the bunch. You've got a 62 with high mobility, some recovery. 62, it's okay. Mobility, recovery, discipline, intellect on a 62, not too shabby. A 64 with high resilience for a hunter, Maybe if you're looking for that resilience build, finally this can help. And a 64 kind of spread in the top section, high intellect and strength in the bottom. Both of these are decent, at least, depending on your build and stats that you're looking to stack up. But yeah, for exotics, Khepri Sting, very good roll here for a hunter for sure. 65 for a Titan, it's okay. And then again, both of these are more if you don't have ACD Zero Feedback Fence or Getaway Artist and you want to know how they function and you've got shards to spend, sure, 23, easy way to experiment. Otherwise, the rolls, mobility is wasted on both of these in my opinion. If you don't own Queenbreaker, make sure you own it because I feel at some point this is like one of those exotics that's going to get reworked, get a catalyst, and be good. Because right now I don't know of anybody who uses it. So overall, a very solid Dead Man's Tale, couple decent exotics, and as for legendaries, nothing really floating my fancy. So again, if you guys are looking to check out Advanced GG, 30% off this weekend. Let me know if you got questions in the comments. I'll answer any and all of those I can, or hit me up on Twitter with those. If you want to find me on Twitter, it is Ebontis. On Twitch, it's Ebontis, and right here on YouTube, hit that subscribe button, hit the alert bell if you want to see future content from me and you enjoy what I do. If you want to drop a comment below, say hello, that's totally fine. If you guys are YouTube members or Patreon subs, thank you for the extra support. Have a good one. I'll see you soon.